change and chance, no? Every time that there is that what we call change, no, especially for those who are in the business world, it is always an opportunity or a chance to do business, no? Like we are experiencing this time. You notice that when the government has required us to do the face, the wearing of the face shield, no? So it is a change from the usual wearing of face mask that we do to wearing a face mask and at the same time wearing the face shield, no? For those who are in the business, this is an opportunity for them to do or to earn profit, no? So in every proposition of change, there is a chance. And applying the idea to the education setup, no? Um, every change that we do, no, changes everything, and it suggests at that it suggests at us that we need to gradually leave the old way and embrace the new way. So look at the picture, no, it has two directions, no, doing the old way and going the new way. Yan, so sana ano tayo dito, kumbaga ma-absorb natin. Am I too fast or is it okay? Sige, bagalan ko na lang para mabilis yata ako. Okay. So, next. It is very important that as we appreciate, or we encounter change or changes, we need to do some acknowledgement that there is a need for us to change, because according to Dr. Phil McGraw, he's a famous psychologist in the US, no? Sabi niya, you cannot change what you do not acknowledge, no? So we are facing the difficulty of doing instruction at this time. Ang dami nating mga demand na hindi, kumbaga, minsan beyond our control. Like for example, what if you are ready, you are equipped, and you have all of these technological stuff, no, and gadgets, mahina ang connections. So, di ba? So, marami kang pwedeng i-demand or pwedeng sabihin, but if you do not acknowledge those things, no, as present at your time or present within your periphery, it's very difficult, no? So we need to acknowledge that there is a change for us to change, no? There is a change that we need to do for us to adapt to it or be able to move forward. As mentioned by John Dewey, is a famous educator and a believer of constructivist education. He believes in the idea of learning by doing. Sabi niya, education is life itself. Kaya, this must continue to sustain its life, no? Now, educators, as we call ourselves, and most of us who are attending this time, I think lahat tayo, no? We believe that education is part of our life kasi aside from we do actual teaching, no? Pinangarap natin na maging parte tayo ng pag-unlad at paglago, no? So if we think that education daw is life, no, this must continue, no? Yan, ano kaya nangyari sa screen ko? Okay. Oh, yan, next. So sabi ni John Dewey yun. So again, I'll be sharing with you teaching in a digital era or age. Yan, okay. Now, what is teaching in a digital era? I know, I understand that this past several months, no, ang dami nyo ng ano na tayo, anong tawag dyan? Meron na tayong online fatigue. Nabasa ko yung kahapon sa online fatigue. So, yung dahil na-expose tayo sa lahat ng mga trainings, bombarded tayo sa lahat ng mga webinars, no? Minsan nagkakaroon na tayo ng online fatigue. But it is very important that we acknowledge it again, no? Yung balikan natin sinabi ni Dr. McGraw kanina. We acknowledge that there is that need for us to embrace this type of modalities in training us, kasi we used to have an actual or face-to-face training before, no? So this time, digital period na, pwedeng virtual, no? So according to the source that I found from Funreza in 2018, Teaching in a digital era refers to instructional delivery using digital media, online or virtual or teleconference, where students are supervised by the teachers for both synchronous and asynchronous approach. Yan. Under this instructional structure, the teacher's main role is to keep on watch to their students and should be smarter. See, look at how I highlighted the word smarter there, no? Than their students, especially of technological, especially when it comes to technological issues. So there is a demand that we acknowledge that there is a change that we should do, because if we have our smart students, it is very important we teachers should be smarter. Di ba? Minsan may challenge pa. So what if I have a smarter students, ay dapat smartest ka. Kasi ahead ka dapat lagi, no? So teachers are encouraged, no? Paano ba sabihin na hindi naman mukhang obligado kayo? Suggested, no? Kumbaga ay recommended, no? To be engaged in digital education trainings, yan, exposure to digital different modalities in delivering instruction para maging smarter daw tayo, because we have smart students, we need to be smarter, no? And if in case that we have smarter students, better is we need to be smartest, no? Yan. Okay, next. So ito yung mga alam kong alam na natin, no? Alam na ng mga teachers ito, and some of them, no, are being used by the teachers during their simulation classes or sample or yung mga dry run classes, no? Itong Moodle, itong Google Classroom, itong Kahoot at Slido. So alam na natin 'yan, no? At hindi ko na isa-isahin niya sa inyo dahil alam ko equipped na kayo diyan, at hinihintay na lang natin ang opening of classes, or sa mga ibang nag-open na, hinihintay na lang natin na mag-feedback more or less kayo kung ano yung mga disadvantages or advantages of using these types of learning aid in the technological period, no? Okay. So, we have two challenges on landing into digital era of teaching. So let us try to analyze if these two that I have that I'd like to present to you, no, kung ito ba ay valid as a claim na ako nakapag-research nito sa inyo. So importante itong dalawang bagay, ano, na tayo ay susulong at susuong, no, dito sa tinatawag nating teaching in the digital era or age. Yan. So, number one is a personal disposition. So, ano itong personal disposition na tinatawag? Yung, paano ko tinitingnan bilang tao, bilang guro, yung aking paraan para i-upgrade ang sarili ko, considering that I have this need being indirectly or directly introduced to me by my surroundings, no, na kailangan kong i-upgrade. So, kapag passive ako at hindi ko sasabihin, hindi na, hayaan mo na, okay na, sila na lang, yung mga bata na lang, yung mga young generation, no, hindi po ganon. So, yung personal disposition natin, napakalaking bagay niyan, ano, para tingnan ang solusyon sa problema at tingnan ang problema sa solusyon. So, there are some, no, yung may mga instances, no, because of our personal disposition, we see problem as kumbaga hindi sa mariresolve na problema, and yung isa may isang yung with different disposition, mayroong problema pero nakikita ang solusyon. So, napaka-importante niyan na paghahanda sa atin bilang mga guro sa panahon ng digital teaching or digital education. So pag hindi klaro or passive ang iyong disposition sa buhay para makapagturo ka, maapektuhan ang iyong magiging trabaho, ang iyong magiging output or product, ano? So sabi ni Henry Ford, yan. So is a very famous na writer. May mga ano sa doon, mga importanteng quotations sa ang may gawa ng Ford na sasakyan. Sabi niya, don't find fault, find a remedy. Anybody can complain. So this is one of the illustration of what am I trying to say, this, that is personal disposition. So uh, doon sa mga trainings natin, no, doon sa idea ng mindfulness, no, yung mindfulness na tinuturo sa atin, yung there is that existing problem at malinaw dapat kung ano ang distance mo sa problem na existing at paano mo i-safeguard ang sarili mo para hindi ka lamunin ng problema or hindi ka uh, hindi ka babagsak because of that problem, no? So what is being suggested here by Henry Ford is that find remedy, do not find fault. Yan. And anyway, it is human nature that we complain, we say negative observation because we want to proactively give direction to our existing problem, no. So the best ang sinabi niya na instead of finding fault, find remedy. Yan. Number 2, dalawa lang naman yun, ano. So ang number 2 natin, klaro na tayo doon sa ating personal disposition. Another is professional orientation. How is that how is the idea of training you to become person with this profession that you are in now? So, malaking bagay yon. Kasi, kung halimbawa, positive ang iyong disposition, but ang iyong professional orientation na, halimbawa, ay, basta ako turo uwi lang, that's it, tapos na. Ayaw ko nang i-upgrade ang sarili ko. So, inorient mo ang sarili mo na limitahan ang kakayanan mo para mag-upgrade ka. So, challenge ito sa iyo bilang isang professional dahil hindi klaro sa iyo ang antas or yung taas or level ng commitment na kaya mong ibigay para ma-upgrade mo nga, no? So, example sa professional orientation, dahil ba educators tayo, teachers tayo, no? For teachers in teaching profession, this connotes level of commitment and dedication to the job or the job being performed or yung ginagawa natin, no? So pag mayroon tayong doubt of our chosen field or career, no, maapektuhan po ang ating pag-adapt o pagyakap doon sa pagbabago ng digital era of teaching, no? Sabi ni Confucius, kaya nga it's very important that we will be reminded most of the time and all of the time, no, that when you land a job, no, when you have a job with you, you need to choose a job that you like, you love, no, because at the end of the day, some who might say that it's difficult for them, for you, it's a light thing, no, it's just a part of a play, no. Sabi niya, choose a job that you love, no, and you will never have to work a day in your life, no. So parang magiging laro lang daw, no, kapag pinili mo yung gusto mo. So kaya nga minsan, no, lagi tayong may mga trainings for yung mga ma-upgrade natin yung patuloy na pagyakap, no, sa profession natin na ito, na we are part of building, no, we build yan, we are part of development, we are part of growth. So malaki ang challenge, malaki ang role na ginagampanan natin. So hindi biro 'yon. Okay, so I'll be sharing with you practical tips on how to become effective and efficient teacher in a digital era. So hopefully makatulong po ito sa inyo, and ito ay number 1. So with this period of doing teaching in a digital era, it is very important to think virtual, no? For so long a time, we hear these quotes from famous American American writer, I think, that when they present ideas, sabi that we need to think outside of the box. So when you think outside of the box, you need to cultivate ideas, no, beyond what is present as you think the solution of the problem, no. Today, according to John Mayer, we need to think outside of the office. So yun daw ang bago. So thinking virtual is thinking outside of the office, literally, no? Meaning, if you're not inside your office or your school where you are in, ano, you can still teach, no? You can still part of the professional learning community by literally doing it probably at home. Yan, kaya meron tayong work from home. Next, ito yung sabi ng Wikipedia na meaning daw ng virtual, no? Refer to virtual reality or computer-aided materials na na-develop. Yan. So, that is according to Wikipedia. Yan. So, next. So, mabilis lang tayo, no? Number 2. If you think that indulging into digital teaching or digital era of learning or teaching and learning activities is difficult, you need to seek a mentor, no? You need to find somebody who could give you assistance, no? So, may mga iba kasi na advanced na sila, pwede kang turuan. Yan. And in finding a mentors, because it is advanced already, no? So may mga kumbaga nag-level up din ang teaching and learning modalities or approaches, no? We have two types diyan. Meron tayong ditong yung traditional teacher, pwedeng face to face at katabi ka na tuturuan ka at isa-isa na ibibigay sa iyo yung mga kailangan mong gawin doon sa monitor, sa screen, ano. So yun yung tinatawag dating tutor or traditional teacher with physical contact, no. So physical contact or yung mga example natin dito yung mga ICT graduate siguro or IT teachers. Yan, ICT graduate or teacher or professors or practitioners. Yan, mayroon sila talagang masasabi diyan pag nagtanong ka sa kanila, no. Minsan yung may mga yung kinasanayan mo na alam mo na pag nagturo sila, mayroon pa pala silang ibang ano. I remember when I was still mga parang 6 years ago, madalas ako mag-attend ng mga online, mga crash trainings ng yung mga IT schools. Yan. Hindi ko nababanggit ko ano yung mga IT schools na yan. So nung kapag uma-attend ako, kasi libre naman, no? Minsan mga 1 hour lang sa mall sila, ganun. Na-amaze ako kasi yung mga kinasanayan ko, like for example, sa computer, yung mga shortcuts. Pag nag-attend ako doon, may mas madali palang paraan. Pero for so long a time, ito na yung kinasanayan kong gawin or paraan paano gawin, mababago pa pala. So, yun. We need to seek a mentor, traditional teacher, if I say, no, na magturo sa atin one-on-one. Another, so we can make use of the digitally compiled materials or ang tinatawag nating video tutorial. Yan. So kaya ngayon, alam mo, yung I always tell this to my students, if you do not know, dati kasi from 1980s, 1990s, even teachers, no, if you are not good in number, ang kinatatakutan lagi ay math. Ngayon, ang dali ng matuto ng math siguro. Why? Di ba, mag-YouTube ka lang. Pagkatapos, pag hindi mo naintindihan, ulit-ulitin mo. Hindi ka pwedeng magtanong dahil hindi naman makapag-reply sa'yo, pero there are explanations doon sa mga ginawa ng mga vloggers na ito na very clear at maintindihan mo. Hindi mo kailangan hindi mo kailangan itanong kasi pag actual, di ba? Pag hindi mo naintindihan, minsan ang patience nung tatanungan mo maiksi kaya hindi na lang, no? So, pag gagamit ka ng video tutorial para mag-aral ka ng mga hindi mo masyadong kabisado, ang dali at pwede mong ulit-ulitin anytime, no? Kung anong oras mo gusto. So, pwede siyang ma-store din, pwedeng ma-share, pwedeng ma-review o pwedeng ma-refresh, no? So, importanteng we need to seek our mentor. Now, sabi dito, paano daw ang mentoring, no? So, for those who will be doing the mentoring, no, we need to think of this, no, of these two important quotations. Sabi ni Benjamin Disraeli, the greatest good you can do for another is not just share your riches, but to reveal to him his own. So, ang paraan ng pagkatuto natin, hindi pareho sa paraan kung paano niya matututunan yung mga bagay na tinuturo mo. So, importante, sa paraan ng pagkucoach o pagmi-mentor mo, dapat sarili niyang path yung kanyang susundan, no? Sarili niyang path ang kanyang susundan. Kasi pwedeng along the way nang ginagawa niya itong pag-aaral niya, naka-discover sila mas madaling paraan, no? So like for example in math, 'di ba? May mga long methods, short methods, 'di ba? Iba-iba, no? Even minsan yung iba ang nagturo, iba ang paraan, no, ng pagtuturo. Yan. Another thing dito, sabi naman ni Steven Spielberg, no, the delicate balance of mentoring someone is not creating them in your own image, but giving them the opportunity to create themselves. So that's our mantra, no, yung teachers, di ba? So that is why when we teach, we do not tell our students, oh, mag-teacher kayo. Hindi. Hayaan mo sila kung anong gusto nila. Kasi that's not our role, no? We are bringing the best in them by trying to unleash the potential, no, for them to grow as individual, no. Now, another, sabi pa rin ni Maya Angelou, sabi niya, when you learn, teach. And when you get, give. So, very important, no? Very important that we continue to do the task of learning, no? Yung matuto tayo pa. And para lalo nating ma-improve ang ating craft, importante po na tayo ay nagtuturo. Nag-share tayo. Yan, binabahagi natin. So para magiging bihasa tayo dun sa ating natutunan. Yan. So number 3, ulitin natin ha. So number 1 kanina, think virtual. Number 2, seek a mentor. Number 3, learn gradual, no? So hindi naman agad-agad 'yan, no? So hindi siya ganoon kadali, no? Kaya yun yung challenge sa iba na no, ay pag ang hirap. So lahat ng complaint puro hirap, puro ano, para bang puro pasakit na lang ang ano. Pero try to look at this, no. Our small effort, yung mga maliliit na 'yan, unti-untiin mo lang, no. It will give you the great impact, no, at the end, no. Huwag mong pagpahingahin ng sarili mo kung iniisip mong importante ito sa iyo, hindi sa iyong sarili, kung hindi sa mga pwedeng sa trabaho mo or sa iba pa, no. We need to continue on doing your effort, no, because look at the learning curve picture here as introduced by Ebbinghaus, no? Sabi niya yung kung gaano karami ang effort na iyong ibibigay, gradual man yan or madalian, that will determine your performance, no? So, vice versa, kapag ikaw ay nag-perform, mataas ang performance mo, it is because it is shown in your effort na ganito yung ginawa mo, no? Yung learning effort mo talaga ay exceptional, no? So, matututunan natin ito at tandaan niyo gawa lang ito rin ng tao, no? So, kayang-kaya natin, di ba? Kailangan lang gradual nating aralan. Pag medyo na fail, balik ulit, no? Try ulit. And pag hindi, from time to time, you go to your mentor, you seek the assistance of your mentor para ma-direct ka doon sa mga hindi mo alam. Okay. So next, ang sabi ni Confucius dito, no, in learning, no, sabi niya, paborito ko tong na ito, quotation na ito. In learning, it does not matter, no, how slow you are. as long as you do not stop, no, di ba? So learn to practice what is expected of you to be learned, no? And along the way seek a mentor and do what is being asked of you to be done gradually, no? Dahan-dahan lang, kaya yan. Makaka-survive tayo diyan, no? So at minsan pag inisip mo na nahihirapan ka along the way, you do yung habang ginagawa mo, isipin mo na lang, ikaw, one step ahead ka na doon sa isang kasama mo, sa kakilala mo, na wala pang sinisimulan kahit isa. See, look at the advantage, no? Look at the beauty of starting, no? Or doing it gradually. 'Di ba? Konti-konti, no? Konti-konti ay nakakaipon ka kahit papaano. Yan. Number 4, ito. So, join professional organizations. So, like for example, di ba, sa dami nating napapanood ng mga webinars, may mga iba dyan na because of this type of activities or trainings na ginagawa natin, nakakapag-introduce sila ng mga groups who can assist them, no? Like for example, ako dati, when I studied the Kotobi, no? Pinadadalan pa ako ng private parang tutor siya na mag one-on-one kami sa computer. So maganda no na ma-engage tayo dito para mayroon tayong marami pa tayong matututunan. Yan. Sabi ni John Hill, no, in an article released in 2018 of July, sabi niya, we have 10 perks of joining a professional organization. So I did some modification to adapt to the teaching context, no? Sabi dito, the first perk is that when you are part of specific professional organization, no, it will give you continuing education, di ba? So matututo ka talaga, no? Because of the meetings and sessions for several times. Napakarami niyan, marami po sa atin, napakarami. Meron tayong, alam niyo po ba yung sa science, matagal na itong private organization, ang FUSE. Nakakapag-attend ako minsan ng FUSE. Ang FUSE ay Foundation for Upgrading of Science Education. Yan. So may sarili sila, ang office nila somewhere in sa The Pearl Hotel in Ross Boulevard. Ang mga ka-meeting mo doon, mga retired DepEd undersecretary, mga president ng universities, no? And elite group siya, no? It is being funded by Lucio Tan, so private organization, kinampaign ko na siya. Kasi I attended once and ilang once, parang thrice, no? Parang thrice 6 years ago. Pinadadalan ako ng invitation and maganda ang mga sharing, no? And another, sa school naman, mayroon tayo, no? Especially in the public school, they have this idea of ang tawag nito Learning Action Cell. Yan. So Learning Action Cell is a collaboration, no, of the best practices among teachers. They meet, they gather to discuss things, no, to address certain concerns in terms of delivery of education, delivery of teaching, no. So maganda kasi ang pinag-uusapan kung paano ma-upgrade, no? Paano ma-upgrade ang pagtuturo. Another is job prospect. So for those who were yung isa sa mga opportunities, no, if you're part of an organization, meron kang mga job opportunities, no, na pwedeng ma-avail. Another, so doon sa continuing education program, sarili mo yon ang mag-identify kung if you're really learning, no? So that's the time that if you acknowledge that there is learning, meaning you are being educated by this group indirectly or directly. Iba rin yung mentoring programs. So ang mentoring programs, if you're part of the organization, because there is, di ba, nagmi-meeting, no, yung mga officers ng organization na yan, yung mga, like for example, yung mga board members or board of directors, nagmi-meet sila. So, na-upgrade at na-mentor nami-mentor ka, no? So, nami-mentor ka at nagiging part ka ng growth kasi lumalago ka. Yan. Another, so networking opportunities. Ito naman yung halimbawa, yung linkages mo. Yan. So, you will be able to be connected with different organizations pa, no, na pwede ka makapag-link. Number 5, access to resources, di ba? So may yung mga perks minsan ng being part of the organization, yung libre yung mga newsletters, yung mga news materials, or yung mga studies, no, yung mga published studies. Meron kang mga publications na natatanggap. So from time to time na avail mo yun if you're part, no, of the organization or professional organization. Gaining new perspective or learning new concepts or ideas, no? So, yun. What's wrong? Okay. Yan. Okay. Next. So, importante yon, no? That we gain new perspective, no? Sa atin, mas lalo na sa guro, no? Although may ganun tayo sa school, especially for may mga in-service trainings, pero we need to upgrade pa. Kailangan pa. Pwedeng personal volition mo na lang yun to submit for additional training para sa sarili mo, para matulungan mo ang sarili mo. Next, another is professional development. So yun, okay na yun. So pareho lang ang thought niya kasi siyempre na-equip ka ng mga bagong ideas, you mingle with different people in mga professional, so magkakaroon ka ng professional growth. Another, number 8, credential building. You have a tendency to have additional words to be included in your curriculum vitae. Yan, di ba? Kalagay kasi doon organization membership talagay. So, next, certification assistance. Ito yung mga halimbawa yung mga siguro this time yung mga nag-undergo ng CPD. Yan. So, 'di ba minsan nire-require tayo na dapat mayroong specific trainings na atinan at dapat may CPD units. So, this is one, no? Yung mga ganito. And time to recharge, no? For if you're a member of a regular group, no, na walang extension at wala, kumbaga yung doon na yung crowd mo, so parang nalilimitahan din ang chance mo para mag-upgrade professionally, emotionally, psychologically, lahat. So when you're part of the other group, ma-recharge ka, ma-enhance ka. Okay, sige. So next, mahirap. So it is a very difficult challenge for us, no? Talagang buong mundo naman. So hindi naman lang tayo, no? Mahirap that yung sarili natin na-upgrade na natin, pero minsan kulang yung assistance na pwedeng ibigay sa atin, pwede ng state or ng kung anong institution ka nabibilang. Pero yun nga, kung balikan natin yung dalawang pinanggit ko ulit kanina, yung disposition at saka orientation, napakalaking bagay, no? We have no choice but to adapt, no? Because ito na yon, nandito na tayo sa digital era, no? Digital era of teaching and learning, no? Sabi dito, adaptability is about the powerful difference between adapting to cope and adapting to win. It is an advantageous for those who are trying to adapt and win after all. If you are just adapting to cope, parang by no choice ka lang, no? By no choice, kaya gusto mo mag-cope. Pero when you try to adapt to win, it's trying to improve your craft from time to time and be able to produce, no? And at the end of the day, ikaw rin ang makikinabang nito dahil matutulungan mo sarili mo, mapapagaan ang mga gagawin mo habang ang iba nahihirapan, di ba? So ang very ano yon, maanong pakiramdam yun, no? Pero hindi ko naman sinasabi na dapat you should be happy because others are doing parang a little bit suffering, no? Again, it is our role, no, as educator to take part in and probably teach, no, to mentor, no, to do the mentoring. Yan. Minsan, oh, sabi dito ni James Belke, sabi niya, okay lang yun, yung mga naranasan ng mga ganyan, okay lang yan. Because that's part of doing you, building you to become person that probably somebody in the future or some person that can be possibly able siya, no, na makagawa ng mga challenge, makapag-meet ng mga challenges na ito ng makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo. Sabi dito, you will never be the person you can be if pressure, yung tatlo na ito, tension and discipline are taken out of your life. So let the tension, the pressure, and the discipline work, no, and stay hanggat nandyan yan. So hayaan natin na maging parte ng ating buhay yan. So with that, thank you very much and good morning. Sir Paul.
Thank you very much, Dr. Cataino. So we collected some questions from our audience. All right, so let's start with Ms. Jean Custodio asked what suggestions can you give our teachers with regard to the challenges in digital teaching?
Okay, so again, I'd like to give the two, no, yung dalawa kanina. We embrace, no? Anahin natin, kumbaga, tanggapin muna natin na mayroong pagbabago na dapat mangyari kasi may nabago eh. So, para hindi hassle yung mga ano ba yung pag-aaralan mo, yung mga Kahoot na yan, mga Moodle na yan, mga Nearpad na yan, yung mga parang pakiramdam mo naku-culture shock ka talaga. You need to begin conditioning your mind that this is it, no? Kailangan i-position ko ang isip ko na ito na yon. Wala akong choice eh. So, yon. I think nasagot ko ba?
Second question is coming from Mr. John Eric Amba.
Okay.
Talking about the new normal, what's the best learning modality that teachers should implement with students?
Pwede ko bang i-endorse na doon sa sa basic lang maganda itong Google Classroom, no? Ninyo itong i-master natin ang paggamit ng Google Classroom dahil siya talaga kumbaga user friendly, no? So i-store mo lang yung mga digitized module mo and you can meet them naman kung gusto mo ng isang session na pwedeng present sila using Google Meet, no? So ito, yung magkamag-anak na ito, Google Classroom at Google Meet. Yan. Pero again, may mga ibang institutions, no? Mga ibang institutions na mas equipped, no? Mas kumbaga mas solid, no? Like for example, Vibal. Itong Vibal, yung nakita niyo yung kanilang video. So when you patronize their yung product nila, so na yun all in one. Pati yung kanilang yung curriculum, hindi mo na kailangang i-prepare, hindi mo na kailangang kumbaga i-validate, etc. Kasi they have prepared the best team for this, no? So hopefully makabili ang DepEd o makabili ang mga nito or ma-pattern natin, ano? So 'yon. Marami pang iba pero I think yung binanggit ko, that's the most one for generic use. But for those who would like to, like for example, invest, kasi education is investment, no? We can make use of yung mga V-Smart products ng Bebal. Yan, okay?
What's the best thing to put in mind for us to adopt to these changes and challenges? This is from Ms. Christine Inocencio.
Yan, Miss Christine, ganda ng tanong mo. So, yun ulit. So, mindfulness, personal disposition, at yung optimistic. So, may ganito, ano kaya ang gagawin natin? Ano kaya ang gagawin ko? Paano ako makapag-adapt nito? So, kapag na-determine natin yung ating sarili, ang ating kakayanan, that's the time na we open the door for change, no? So ito na yung time na i-absorb natin yung mga pagbabago ng paggamit ng mga different modalities na ito, no? Para ma-apply natin at matulungan ng sarili natin. Kasi tandaan natin, no? We need to be smarter because we have smart students. And if in case that our students are smarter, we teachers should be the smartest, no? That's the only thing we could supervise them. That's the only thing we could watch over their yung activities as students. Kasi pag hindi, pagpantay lang, challenge yun. Hindi natin alam kung magmamaterialize na ang learning sa kanila. Okay?
All right. So I guess this is the time, sir, that you give us your final message for the audience.
So yon. So thank you very much again, Vibal, for this opportunity. No, so we are living in a life of uncertainty, no, and opportunities, options, and choices are there. It's up to us whether to stay traditional or gradually adapt these changes that we are having now. And the challenge is not within our within the external periphery of our life, no? Nasa sa atin, no? So kaya yung mga pagbabago na ito, kung patuloy nating ma-embrace, unti-unti naman siguro ay matutulungan tayo at the end of yung yung struggle na yan, ano. Ang balik niyan sa atin din naman, no? Pag hindi tayo kumilos, tayo ang mahihirapan. That's all po.
Okay, there we have it. Thank you very much, Dr. Katain, and thank you very much to the viewers who joined us this morning for an insightful learning session. It is an honor to have you with us today, Sir Katain, and of course our audience, and of course all thanks to our supporters, to the viewers for their continuous patronage to our daily learning session. So muli, maraming salamat po at magandang araw sa ating lahat.